You're listening to the Landing Page School podcast, where we give you bite-sized insights on landing page design, A/B testing, and conversion optimization. If you want to convert more website visitors into customers, this is where it all starts. And now, here's your host, Nicholas Scalise.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to episode 10 of the Landing Page School podcast. I'm your host, Nicholas Scalise, and today I'll be talking about copywriting. I want to give you 5 actionable tips that you can start using right away to make your copy on your landing pages more effective so that you can convert more website visitors into leads and customers with the words that are on your landing pages. Now, obviously, copywriting is a huge topic. We could spend hours talking about it. There's people that specialize in copy, so this is not going to be comprehensive, but it's going to give you something you can start using right away because I want to keep these episodes short and actionable. But if you want to keep that discussion going, the best place to do it is in our free Facebook group called Landing Page Rockstars. We now have over 200 members in the group, and I would love for you to join if you're not in there already. That way you can share your own best practices and tell us what's working or what you're curious about when it comes to landing pages, conversion optimization, A/B testing, copywriting, you name it. To join the group, simply go to Facebook and search for Landing Page Rockstars, and then find a group called that, hit that join button, and you'll be in there. Or you can go to landingpageschool.com/group, and that will take you right there. So I'd love to see you in the Landing Page Rockstars group. Okay, let's get to the tips. So I'm going to dive right in with the first tip, which is when it comes to copywriting, especially copywriting for landing pages, you want to write your copy before you design your page. Why is this important? Well, think about it. Your design should support your copy, not the other way around. You can have the greatest looking page on earth. You could be an awesome designer, but if the copy falls flat, if it doesn't tell a compelling story, if you don't have a great offer and a great way of connecting with your audience with the words on your page, it is not going to convert. On the other hand, I have seen so many ugly landing pages that have just converted like crazy because they had great copy with a great offer and it was clear and concise and to the point. So it's always important to think of the design elements on your page as supporting the copy. The copy is really what matters most because that's how you're going to convey the value of your offer, what your offer is, and how people can get it. So that's tip number 1. Write your copy before doing the design of your landing page. I try to do this using tools like Word or Google Docs, and then I'll run the copy through a tool called Hemingway, which is a really cool free online writing tool that helps you simplify your language. It'll tell you the reading level. It'll help you simplify sentences. It's a really unique tool. I think they have a paid version too if you want like a desktop version for like $20. Very affordable. I will include a link to this tool in the show notes for this episode, which you can find at landingpageschool.com/010 for episode 10. So everything I cover, all the tools, all the resources will be in the show notes at landingpageschool.com/010 for episode 10. So that's tip number 1. Let's move on to tip number 2. Make sure your copy is scannable and skimmable. This is another huge problem I see these days with landing pages where you'll see blocks of text and paragraph after paragraph of text. And frankly, nobody is going to read that, especially when you look at mobile usability and how people are consuming content these days online. They're in a hurry. They have a bunch of things going on. They're multitasking. They're on their phone or their tablet or they're commuting. There's just so much going on. People don't have time to read paragraph after paragraph. So I would say this is probably one of the biggest shifts in conversion optimization in the last 5 years or so, because if you looked at the previous 5 years, before that, there was a lot of what were called long-form sales letters pages. And these are really long pages that would just go on and on and on, and they would really hammer home the copy, and the call to action would be repeated multiple times, and it worked back in the day. But now, attention spans are much shorter, and so you need to make sure that the copy on your page is formatted in a way where it's easy to scan, easy to skim, and people can understand it quickly and that it's written very clearly. So some tips to do this, use a lot of subheadlines. You can use bullet points, checklists. All of that helps people consume content quicker. Don't write big paragraphs, and use bold text, use italicized text, whatever it takes to make the main points really stand out. Most important of all, make sure you have a really clear headline at the top of your page in the hero section. That's going to be the first thing people are going to see, because when someone first lands on your page, they're going to immediately want to know, what is this about? What is it? What is it that you're offering me? And so that's why your headline is super important. So I always try to spend much more time on the headline than on the other supporting feature text and all that stuff, because the headline is that's where people are going to make the decision if they like what you're offering or not. So that tip is, make your copy scannable. Do not write just paragraph after paragraph. The third tip, this one is, it might be considered a little controversial. Basically, I don't really know how to word it. What I'm going to call it is, don't make it about you. What I mean by this is, don't make your page copy all about you and your company. I see this happen all the time, where you'll go to a page and it's, we are this, we are the best, we provide these services, our firm has been around for 50 years. And it's all about we, me. And what happens is, the visitor does not connect with that copy because they don't really care about the company. They don't care about your firm or how long you've been in business or how many awards you've won. They care about what you can do for them. So you really want to focus your copy on the value that you can provide to your visitor. And the more you can hone in on exactly what their problem is and how you can solve it, the better. One of the best examples of this, or demonstrations of this, is from Donald Miller over at StoryBrand, who we've mentioned multiple times on this podcast. He's a great copywriter. He really gets this stuff, and he makes it easy to understand. And what he likes to say is that you need to position your copy so that the visitor is the hero, not you. You need to be the guide, not the hero. So if you think of it like that, how can you guide your visitor to accomplishing whatever it is they want to accomplish? How can you help them feel like the hero? That's how you should position your copy. You play a supporting role. Your role is to give the visitor or give your target audience exactly what they need so that they are confident to work with you, to take action, to fill out that form, to pick up the phone, whatever it may be. There's no doubt in their mind that they want to work with you because they know you get them. That's what it comes down to. You get them, you understand them, and you have a solution that is going to help them. So don't make your landing page copy about you or your company. Make it about the visitor and the problems that they have and how you can solve those problems. The next tip is to optimize the microcopy on your page. Now, what do I mean by microcopy? If you look at any landing page, you can really divide the different copy elements in two groups. You have macro copy and you have micro copy, just like macroeconomics and microeconomics. And what this is think of the macro copy as the big stuff, the headlines, the main paragraphs, the real bulk of the page is going to be your macro copy. But micro copy is the smaller stuff that could often get overlooked, such as the text on your buttons or the form. If you have a form on your landing page, what is the headline on that form and the form fields themselves and the text in the footer and maybe the subheadline under your main headline. So all of that can be considered microcopy, where it plays a supporting role on the page and you need to optimize it. You don't want to just have bland microcopy, because oftentimes, in my opinion, the most important microcopy element of all is the button text. So if you have a button on your landing page or you have multiple buttons, that's really your call to action. And you don't want it to be bland and boring. You don't want your form button to say submit or get info, because that's boring. Nobody wants to submit. Nobody wants to just get info. So if we were to optimize that microcopy and you were offering, a free consultation on how to lose weight, then I want that to be the button text. Get your free consultation for how to lose weight easy and effectively, whatever. I'm just spitballing here, so you can definitely come up with something much better than that. But I hope you get the idea that you don't want to just optimize the paragraphs and the main copy and the headline. You also want to focus on the copy that could get overlooked, and that's the micro copy. That's the button text, the subheadlines, the text in the footer, all the stuff that is on the page that maybe, think of it like this. If you were to farm this out to a copywriter, what would they give you? Would they give you a copy for your buttons? Probably not, but they should. If they are going to do a great job at helping you convert your visitors into customers and into leads, they need to optimize all the different copy elements on your page, the macro copy and the micro copy. The last tip I want to leave you with is that you should always be testing. It sounds a little bit cliched, but it's so true. A/B testing is really the way to go when it comes to figuring out what's working and how you can improve your landing pages consistently on an ongoing basis. And so we covered the topic of A/B testing on a previous episode. If you want to hear more about A/B testing and the tools that you can use to get started with it, simply check out episode 7. You can go to landingpageschool.com/007. We're going to cover it again many times in the future because this is a huge part of what we do at Landing Page School and what we want to teach. The bottom line is you can test a lot of different things on your page, but usually one of the best things you can test is the copy, the headline text, the way you deliver the different benefits and the features of whatever it is you're offering, even the micro copy, the button text, for instance. All of that can be split tested. And so the point here is if you have enough traffic and you want to do a really good job of increasing your conversions over time, then always have a test going. Make sure you're using best practices. Make sure you're implementing the tests in a way where they are going to they're going to give you statistically significant results. And as long as you do that and you have tests going, you're always going to learn from them, even if the test is not a winner. So testing copy is usually one of the earlier tests that I would run. The only thing I really like to test before getting into copy is the offer. So if we have different offers that we can test, that would be what I would test first usually. But if not, I would definitely recommend testing different headlines and different ways of conveying the value of your offer. So there you have it. I'm going to recap real quick these 5 tips for improving the copy on your landing pages. Tip number 1, write the copy first before you design your page. Tip number 2, make your copy scannable and skimmable. Tip number 3, don't make your copy about you or your company or your firm. Make it about your visitor. Tip number 4, optimize the micro copy. And tip number 5, always be testing. There you have it. I told you this was going to be a short episode. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I want you to just walk away with this and just implement at least one of these techniques or tips in the next couple days. So whatever it may be, give it a shot and make the copy on your page stand out and make it better. I know you can. We all can. And that's what this podcast is really about. I want to leave you with stuff that you can start using right away. Let me know your thoughts. Again, you can email me at hello@landingpageschool.com if you want to send a quick note, or join that free Facebook group, Landing Page Rockstars. Join over 200 other marketers and business owners and folks just like you who want to learn more about landing page design, A/B testing, and conversion optimization in this free group. You can go to landingpageschool.com/group or just search for Landing Page Rockstars on Facebook. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We will be back next week. And until then, have a great day.
The Landing Page School Podcast is a production of Earn Worthy LLC.